Welcome to Bite-Sized Folklore, where legends come alive in just a few minutes. I'm your host Jodie, and today we're heading to the misty Isle of Raasay off the west coast of Scotland. I'm going to tell you a story of loss, revenge, and a fearsome creature from the depths of the loch. This is the story of the dreaded Each-Uisge. But before we dive into the story of the blacksmith and his family, let's take a step back. Where does the legend of the Each-Uisge come from? The Each-Uisge is a creature deeply rooted in Scottish Gaelic folklore, especially in the Highlands and Western Isles. The name itself means water horse in Gaelic, and tales of it have been told for centuries. The earliest written mentions date back to the 18th and 19th centuries. This was when folklorists like John Gregerson Campbell and John Francis Campbell collected oral stories from the Highland communities. But these stories, they're much older. They're passed down through generations by word of mouth. Often confused with the Kelpie, another water horse spirit, I actually have an episode on that, the Eich-Uisge is said to be even more dangerous because it inhabits the sea lochs and larger bodies of water. That makes it nearly impossible to escape its grasp. This fearsome creature has been a part of Scottish cultural imagination for so long that even travellers and locals alike would warn children and the unwary to stay away from the water's edge, lest they encounter the deadly Eich-Uisge. Now, on to our story. Long ago, on the rugged shores of Raasay lived a skilled blacksmith and his family. The blacksmith was known for his strength and craft, but no skill could save him from the grief that was to come. One day, his beloved daughter disappeared near the loch. She was last seen near the water's edge, drawn perhaps by the shimmering surface, or the haunting call of the Eich-Uisge. For those who don't know, the Eich-Uisge is a water spirit, a dark, shape-shifting creature that often appears as a beautiful black horse. It lures its victims onto its back, then drags them beneath the waves, where they are never seen again. The blacksmith's daughter had become its latest victim. For the blacksmith, grief very quickly became rage. He was determined to end the terror, so him and his sons set to work. They forged a plan as strong as the iron they hammered daily. By the loch side they set up a forge, a blazing fire fed with coal and wood, smoke curling into the cold air. Into the fire they plunged large hooks, heating them until they glowed red hot, the metal shining like the eyes of a demon. Then, to lure the beast, they roasted a sheep. Its rich smell carried by the wind, a feast fit for a monster. As the smoke drifted over the water, a great mist began to rise from the depths of the loch. The Eich-Uisge emerged, massive and terrible. Dripping water and seaweed, eyes fierce and wild, drawn to the roasted sheep. The creature seized the offering with terrifying speed. At that moment, the blacksmith and his son rushed forward, hooks blazing red in their hands. They rammed the burning iron into the flesh of the monster. The Eich-Uisge howled in fury and pain, thrashing in the shallows, but the blacksmith's fury was stronger. After a short and fierce struggle, the beast was defeated. When morning came, the loch was still. Where the monster had fought, there was nothing left, only a strange jelly-like substance glistening and pulsing softly in the dawn light. The blacksmith and his son had ended the terror of the Eich-Uisge. But the story of loss and vengeance serves as a warning. The waters hide secrets and dangers. Even the strongest among us can be tested. Thank you for joining me on Bite-Sized Folklore for this haunting tale from the Isle of Raasay. If you enjoyed this story, share it with a friend and leave a review. It helps more people discover the dark and beautiful world of folklore. Until next time, stay curious and beware of the creatures lurking beneath the water's surface.